Put the arms apart and really keep my chest glued down to Chris's back. When Chris is in this turtle, I'm gonna start setting this up. Whether I'm moving around, I'm trying to cut my knee all the way through as deep as I can. And then I'm trying to get control of this hand and pummel and fight with my foot. Sometimes you get people who are a little greedy and they'll go grab your foot when you just put it out there for them. That makes it really easy. Sometimes you'll have to be fighting the hand, fighting the palm, and grabbing tight. But I'm pinched totally here. I'm pinched totally here. Now, when I'm trying to get on this far arm, like if Chris posts up with this far arm, I'm probably gonna have to try to use two hands to try to peel it in. I like getting at the palm. Again, I'm trying to peel at the palm, at the hand, get control of this. Now there's two directions Chris can essentially go, like when he's trying to really roll out of this or buck out of this. He can either go straight back, so I'm gonna follow him. I went from the top side, backside crucifix. Now I'm on the bottom side, backside crucifix. And build back up. This time Chris, like especially when I pull this in hard, sometimes he tries to roll. I just look away and I front roll with him. And then I'm in the bottom side, backside crucifix. Again, go from the top side, backside crucifix to the bottom side, backside crucifix. And then that's the, well, we might as well add on. If Chris gets his arm free for whatever reason, then I have to stay tight to his back and rebuild. Oftentimes I have to stay tight, rebuild, and then it can come back into a couple different games, whether I start going for his back or start trying to put him back down and capture like that. Always got kids in the background, which is awesome. No, I love it. But again, we're going over his back. If he pushes up or if he tries to roll, I'm gonna roll with him. You see, I'm looking away, protecting my neck. I'm over the top, and we'll start talking about submissions in a little bit. That crucifix position, trying to separate his arms. 1, 2, 3. A couple weeks ago, we were doing side control stuff, and sometimes, obviously, when you have people in side control, they'll wrestle up to fight you. So being able to sprawl from there and then knowing how to attack afterwards is really important. Chris is going to be side control. He's going to start getting his underhook and building his base, and then I have to make sure I keep my hips away from his arms. So as he's coming up, I'm trying to rotate away. And there's different grips that you can get into here. From here, we're gonna go double over or the body lock around. Typically, this isn't what I do against guys with like a strong peek out. You have to do a really good job of keeping their head in the center of your chest. But by me like pulling him forward, I don't want to let him build his base on his hands. Build your base on your hands. I don't want to do that. I want to pull this stuff forward. And then after I pull him forward and I address this initial burst of energy and this initial takedown attempt, then I can start locking the body. Go ahead, Chris, build up on your hands again, so you're gonna wrestle. I'm gonna now slide in. You guys see how I start to slide that leg in? I capture. Sometimes I can stay topside. We'll add the collar choke in whenever I'm getting successfully capturing this hand and capturing the other hand. The collar's really open. I can go through, I can collar choke. He puts his chin down and it's hard to get the collar or hard to get around the neck. I can make that key with my knuckle and the ridge and get on that pressure point and grab. But again, Chris is gonna come around. He's up on your hand, Chris. I can slide and start coming in. I can also slide and go over. Now that I'm double over, I have to address and get this hand back. I like trying to find underneath the head. If I can get underneath the head, yeah, it starts getting nasty. There's a neck crank there. If I have him bridged a little better on my back, and he has a little more flexibility, there's an Ezekiel there. But that's having that arm under. Again, I get this a lot from having this like backside body lock and then trying to pull people over me. There's times that I can just fish my legs around them and go, and then start pummeling that hand in and go. I know it gets so tight so fast. It gets so tight so fast. Sometimes people try to wiggle their arms out, and there's that arm lock, that backside arm bar that's there that's nasty too. But this game should put you, when you're doing that double over, it'll put you armpit to armpit. I'm using my legs to help Chris up to get my other arm out. But typically I'll grab around the back of the head bridge, and then I'll start looking for here for my attacks. But again, we're starting double overs. A couple different ways of doing this, especially if I can beat with my top leg over his stop sign, then it makes it easy for me to start sliding in. If I want to be bottom side, back side, I just pull over from you and start my adjustments. Start pulling them up. Again, I have that nasty neck crank, or you can try to go Ezekiel choke, or if he pulls his arm out a little bit. Well, if he pulls his arm out there, then we're going Kimura stuff, but that's to be determined later. We'll be doing that stuff later. But this will be really cool because he is going to pull his arm out. He's going to try to grab my leg, and I'm getting this more fight. But try that. Try double overs. Capturing the arm with your legs, pulling them over, being that armpit to armpit style crucifix, and grabbing the neck crank, or that Ezekiel, or that arm bar when he tries to slide his arm out. The arm bar is like the lowest percentage one out of all those attacks, but it's something that's still there. We'll go ahead, 1, 2, 3.